Good evening. This is Fari Hemzi. I'm coming to you from lovely downtown Cape Naples. Please don't Google it. Somebody tried to do that. He said, I wanted to stop by and say hello, as if this is a barn and you can come in like other sheep. We don't do that. I've got too much stuff here and it's proprietary stuff, so I can't even, legally, you can't even sit next to me. But anyhow, we have double security, yeah, and the gated community. Tico is happy, I'm happy. Welcome. What we're going to talk about is the basics usage of TradeStation, and the reason is because of our chat room. Our ES chat room has gone nuts, and I just want to quickly plug it in. Thomas has done a great job. He's got a master's in finance, and you could see these are the results. These results are live. This is the open link on Google Docs. You could see what's going on here. Win loss ratio 3.88 is as of today. His last trade was put on. It should be PM, not AM. You know, he's a Trumpkin, so that tells you everything, right? There we go. It's a PM. All right, and then he got out. Huh? It's a mistake there. We gotta check that. Hold on. Let me up. Let me. Nancy, I need that check, please. Nancy does the checking. Hold on. Hold on. Let me grade that so we can take a look. Can't be AM if you got it at the PM. That's okay. Uh, Anyhow, this is a this is a this is the way I look at systems. How many trades, win losses. Well, look at the ratios. Okay, average up and down. Average daily income 312. We charge $700 after the 60 days. Okay, first thing those are fairly cheap, but after that, it's 700. You can see you can do it in 2 days. Okay, and that's the yield, 22.87 per day. Per day. Why? Because that's the margin, 1367. And if you want to be really, really conservative, add the worst max drawdown to this money and then divide it. Still, and he added one time, one day, he had three trades in a bat. Look the rest of them. Yeah. So, um, I'm sorry, is it three or four? I don't know why we're saying four, but I see three here. We have to double check that. Okay. This is manual. This part is manual. It's very tough to write that. But you could see biggest winners, biggest losers, max drawdown, return on margin money 768. And it's constantly computed as these trades is put in. Okay. Here's the link to get it. But anyhow, part of our problem is that a lot of people have signed up and they've gone through their initial offering. And now they're saying, Fabi, I'm ready to trade. I know. Okay, you're ready to trade. All right. What's the game plan? Well, I don't know. I don't have an account. So I said, okay, well, because we have some indicators that may be of use later on, we trade on TradeStation ourselves. We're not that happy with TD, Thinkorswim. They've had issues. As recently as a month ago. Um, I don't like Interactive. Interactive is for very, very big players, and they get your no tech support. On TD, I don't know what to say without causing legal issues. Other than I've been there operation. Let me put it this way: Fari Hemsey is not impressed. Something's wrong there. And I've been a veteran of, as I say here, as I start doing very quickly. Uh, I've been using TradeStation since 1993. Version back then was 3.01. Now we're tail of 10. We're almost getting to 11, version 11. My user IDs are for the first 150 TS users. They have about a million. Became a solution provider in '96 with this early IB indicator, first hour high and low. That's nothing to do with fatty MZs. First hour high and low, just for friends and family. Just for friends and family. Yeah, it was. I didn't have a website. It was just friends and family. Anyhow, let's cancel that. And so, in '97, I became head of Mask. That's marketing analyst of Southern California. John Boja had started that. He was too busy running money and all that. So one day he gave me the keys. Why? Because he likes Persian food. We used to have some chiller come up with each other. That's our connection, I swear. And whiskey, Anyhow, but most places wouldn't serve whiskey. I would take him to the Persian place that would. So there was a one in the where he liked. Anyhow, and then the following year, I became head of UGA. There was a fellow there, I forgot. He had ran that group for about 10 years. Very smart guy. He was a VP for tandem drives. Anyhow, it gave me that to do. That was the second largest user group in the U.S., coming from Santa Barbara to San Diego. Obviously, you cannot compete with New York, just a high concentration. And then I left L.A. for Chicago with permission from my dad. So I go and teach at C1 CME. I really wanted to learn, not to teach. I want to know what these guys are doing on the floor. I was part of the education program, but really that was a cover. I want to know what the floor guys are doing, not not the institution of CME or SIBO, not the management, all that. Those guys are, bureaucrats. I'm talking about floor traders. And you can't learn it on trips. You have to live there. I thank Admiral Esposito, who's here today. He was the part of the deal. The other part was a very tall blonde. So, yeah. So I met in Chicago. Within a month, I was in Chicago. Anyhow, but he took me under his wings, and especially with them, we hit this was the spring of '78. You have no idea what we went through. Admiral could expand on that. But the spring of '78, and the whole market fell apart. We got to like August, the layoffs started by September. 50% of the financial services industry, second largest city in finance in the country, was unemployed. It was incredible. Restaurants were asking you to come in before you had to book 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm talking about good places, good steak houses, what have you. It would was there was no waiting list anymore. They were asking you to come in. Anyhow, it joined the use the what do you call it, because I moved there. I got very close to TradeStation. Further, remember they're out of here. They're out of Florida. So I left LA for that. But hours were important. Taxes were the same, but I learned a lot. And then I was trading a local product, which is the SNQ in Chicago. But then 2 years later, after we lifted from the bottom we were in, HA was voted number one solution provider in TS. And we're proud of that. I'm not sure what our ranking is. I'm not sure if they keep track of it or not, but that's where we are. Anyhow, so let me go quickly to a TradeStation stuff that we need. And of course, this PDF will be sent to you if you like. Just send us an email. I'm not trying to harvest an email. I already have your email because you're here. But here we start with here. First of all, your hardware. Hardware and software is everything. So you go to systems and you go to about. We're going to discuss that. You need to plan this if you really want to use TradeStation properly. If you don't have a machine that meets these requirements, that's fine. But that should be your upgrade. That should be your next move. Okay. First of all, it has to be an Intel Core. You cannot use an AMD. No AMD chip. I'll suggest use i7 and i9. Right now, this is a kind of a near the top 25% of the i7s, but this is for administrative work. This is the only machine I have out of the eight that talks to the outside. For security reasons, the other ones are not, they're not connected to internet, other from data for TradeStation and the upgrade from TradeStation. That's it. Of course, Windows, you gotta get Windows. So 32 gigabyte is pretty good. 16 would be a little bit tougher and for less intelligent trading. Remember, I run two companies, HA and Tico Capital Management. The CEO is my dog, Admiral Tico or Fleet Admiral Tico. And then I'm the head trader. That has actually has a different office in the house, different computer, all that. For those, I use i9. I saw one of the guys here, and one of my friends in LA, who's signed up for the earnings season, earning. Hold up, hold up. Sorry, it's a credit union. Thank you. I don't need any. I don't need any more credit lines. Give me a break. Um, so he has an i9 on a laptop. Okay, wow, 64 gigabytes, Windows Pro 11. That's overkill. He bought it a year ago, so he paid through the roof. But i7 would do i9. I use for the hedge fund, the Tico Capital Management, because we trade ESNQ, CL, and US at the same time. For that, you can see i9, and we have our minimum is 5 million. So yeah, we're trading quite a bit there. That kind of machine is justified. But for you guys getting started, please, and medium to high i7 is good. I just don't like to you buy medium. You can buy it for like 780, 750 like to 850. easily on Amazon. Make sure it's a Windows 11 Pro, and that's what you need there. Now, don't get AMD chips. They're not going to work with TradeStation very well because it does hardware calls, and because of copyrights, there can be exact layers of the chip. Okay, chip design. So it could be slightly off. You may miss. Why would you want to do that? So get AMD. Difference is $30, $35. That's one drink. Forget that. Never use the home version. Always be a pro. And don't use 10 anymore. 10 is almost done. 10 is almost done. For your disk, here we go, system. No, if I go here. For your disk, if you go to, these are the minimum stuff I got to go over with you guys. Sorry, it's laborious, but I'm using 500 gigabytes. That's good. It's actually labeled as 512 for SSD and use SSD. Do not use the standard or what was it? I forgot. It's been so long. ATA or EIDE drives. Those are archaic. No longer. Given the data flow we have, given the trading that's happening, you need SSDs, solid state drives. Okay. If you want to upgrade your machine, I won't recommend it. Upgrade the CPU first. Yeah. Okay. Internet speed, minimum 50 megabits or higher. Internet speed, minimum on each side. We use 1 gig here, down, and 200 up, but I'm running 3 chat rooms with a live video, not a chat, live video. So you don't need to do that. But these are in the web handout that we're going to give you. Okay. A couple of more stuff. No OneDrive. You cannot have OneDrive. OneDrive is what comes in with Microsoft trying to give it to you. It's installed. It's installing better now. But what you do is you go to after the installation is done, go to apps, go to install, and you put in OneDrive. OneDrive. See, it's not one. It's not. I'm sorry. I went to school here. I can't spell. There you go. OneDrive is not there. You want to remove that. Why? OneDrive is a cloud service of Microsoft. In the background, tries to save everything. Every chart, every price, every trading, every tick. It is too much. You don't need that kind of heavy duty bi-directional data transfer. It slows down what? It slows down your processing of data, processing of your orders, processing of writing on your charts. I'm very not graphic, visual. I'm very visual. Some of my software actually writes on the screen, points and says, "This is the bar too short. This is your stop. This is your you've gone too far." Like today, when things get too good, if you look at Russell today, it's warning me, Farring, something is wrong. This is too good. Get out or cash out. Take the money and run. Okay, uh, so that's what you need to be able to. Not, I mean, to stay out of that game. Get a OneDrive. You don't need to have Dropbox. If you like to have it, I have it here, but I've turned it off. I use it for storage in the cloud, but when I want to, and not during RTH, regular trading hours. Not during RTH. Okay. All right. So that's the basic hardware. Now let's get to some software stuff. Again, I'm reading my points, my talking points. I will share it with you guys later, but you can see I'm going through the list. And I had 3 of our moderators help here to make sure I'm on the right page. Okay, now make sure your TradeStation is up to date. We always run and we give you on our pages what our versions are. We try to instill the discipline. We're running 79. There is now they have a working update manager. Before they did it too, but it didn't work. I used to yell at them. I know a couple of guys that I go there for lunch on a Friday and just have fun with these idiots. Yeah. Some of them are not idiots, but some are. Sorry. I'm the only one that they know or I know or others have told me. Both program, trade, manage money, and understand this hardware because my 2 brothers are very good at networking. One of them has a VPN patent. So the problem on the other side is that either there are some traders, they're mainly programmers, but they haven't done the other part. That's the problem sometimes. Or even if they trade two contracts. You'll never know what I'm going through when I have 220 contracts on or 80 contracts on. Today, at the early part, I had 80 contracts on the NQ. Your heart is trying to jump out, You got to be calm. How do I manage that? Exercise. I just did 15 laps. I usually do about 25 to 30. What do you call it? We had thunderstorms. It's a very strong advisory. So I came out. I said, I'll go do the webinar, then go back swim another 15. I'm good. As long as I hit my 30 laps a day, I'm good. And slowly speed up your swimming. Yeah. Now, steady, but slowly push it up. Don't push it too far because you're going to fall. What the hell happened here? Huh? Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Why is this? This is a little bit low. I have to take a look at it. This should match. Sorry. Anyhow, you also want to get your windows up to date too. You go here. I do this once a day. Why? Because security. Security is difficult these days. We have a lot of hacks out there. You have a lot of people, especially in my world. I have to. You get more profile you have. They're coming. They're coming. I've been hacked before. Back in 2003, 2004, or was it maybe 2000? No, 2005 wasn't that. It would be 2005. My book was coming out. I was getting a lot of notoriety by Wiley, and somebody got somewhere near me, put a printer on my router. Okay, not just here on the router. So you have to check things. Okay, so I want to, and most of the updates these days are security. You can tell. Now, if you go to your history, this is what I want to teach you. If you get this .NET, this is the extension of SQL that does it on the fly. What do you call it? Data management, and TradeStation uses that extensively. When this changes, and look at the date, 7/9. This tells me they're going to come up with a new version. They're about around the version, around the corner. And also, you have to delete your cal file. I'm going to show you that too. Remember, this is being recorded for that reason. You go to this directory has to go. Of course, you can't do it if the machine is on, the TradeStation is on, it's running. So you have to close directory and then close TradeStation, I'm saying, and delete that by just hitting the delete button. If you try now, it won't let you because the file is being used, it's locked out. So that we had that. So one is coming from them. So make sure Windows are up to date. And you see when you come to update, it tells you when it does a check, it tells you what's pending. At that time, you immediately jump in there, get your TradeStation out. Don't worry about the cal file. Finish the update, then delete the cal file, reboot the machine, and come back. Okay. Now, you have to also clean up your disk. I would say weekly, you want to clean up your disk. I know it's cumbersome and all that, but it's not that bad. You do it a couple of times. Here's the reason: you're driving a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. You mean to tell me you can run it for weeks and weeks without taking a shop? You have a Lamborghini, you have a Ferrari, every weekend you can take a look at it. You can look at change, look at the belts, check the engines, check the oil. You have to. This is what this is. This is the ultimate Rolls Royce in the trading environment. Why? Back testing, idea generation, indicator and strategy generation, embedded, integrated data, and brokerage. Nobody does what these guys do, and they've been number one all this time. And so you're going to do this cleanup. Only use this package. Comes from Microsoft. You do not want to use a third party. You have no idea what they're going to do to your machine. Okay, and then you want to. If you see this box, that means you had a crash. So you got to run it one more time to get those out of the way. Depending on your CPU and what other data you're running, like don't do it at 9:30 in the morning. That's the wrong time. Plus your tracer has to be off anyway. Then you go clean up. Looks like I have 364 megabyte. Guess what? I cleaned this up around 7 this morning. So it builds up. So the more you clean it, the faster this thing runs. And the key part is not whether your machine works right now or not. Markets are slow. It's 4:30. The key is does it work during fast markets? That's crucial. Fast markets. Okay. Next item. Reboot your machine daily. Your PC have to be rebooted. I got friends. I had a guy who had to market up like a software update to Windows for 2 years. And he begged me, a friend of Admiral, another Roman, begged me, can you help me? So I'm connecting with him on any desk to help him out. And Um, it how long did it take, Mark? I think it took us a weekend, right? I think it took us a weekend because when you're behind, you can't jump the last copy in. It has to build it up. It's like a assembly of Boeing aircraft. You can't just throw everything at it. You gotta go which assembly goes within what. You start from the inside and you build it out. So that was our problem. It took us about a weekend to clear it, and it was a Falcon machine. Don't buy a Falcon, by the way. It's the biggest scam. Huge hype. I use AMD. No, I'm sorry. I use HP or Dell. Dell XPS series are very good. My first original AWACS was XPS. You can do easily now on. You can easily do that now on. Hold on. Hold on. Who's ringing me? Oh, no. Rent a car. No, thank you. Uh, uh, I would XPS series is good, but you can get HP. Just just look at the specs I was talking about. Somewhere around there is fine. Again, we'll send that to you. Okay, let's see. Now you're the UPS, and that's the last piece of hardware. That's uninterruptible power supply. I uh, I have no relationship with any of these guys. I don't need to. We have a pretty good yield on our what we do. We're gonna stay with. I'm a software guy, but let's go to Amazon and see what I'm talking about. I want to have a visual here for you guys. Okay, and tell you why. Okay, let's go in here and let's go and say UPS sine wave. APC is the best one in my opinion. American Power Supply, American Power Company, I think. Yeah, sine wave. This is sine wave is the newest series. These are the ones at the angle. You want to get these. Now the range from two to just a little bit. This is a prime day deal. That's not normal price. Yeah, you see that 284. Normally I get around 260. In the web in the PDF we said 260, but this is a special. This is a deal. You get this should be about 1500. And sine wave is the cleanest wave that you can create. The what do you call it? The chopping off the power for you. And you need that because half of it is with a battery, the other half is just a surcharge. People who have just a surcharge thing, that's kids only. We're in a combat mode. This is what we're trying to prep you is for boot camp. You're in a combat mode. My dad was a fighter pilot. You need to survive. This is 1,000 VA. I recommend 1,500. This is good for most machines. And your rule should be one UPS per machine. Think of it as what's called Chinese model. You don't want a big UPS. I had it. Well, if that goes down, everything goes down. Now, each of my CPUs, each of my TVs, because they're high quality TV like a Samsung, you want to protect the color of the chips. You also want to protect the desktop and all that. Same thing with your PC. For your PC, you want to protect your chips and memory. You also want to protect the color. I use Samsung brand new. I get it right immediately. Get the UPS. I don't even turn it on until UPS is here. So I quoted it on Amazon. You see the colors. 5 years later, it's brand new. Why? Voltage up and down. It's not the blackout that's going to kill you. It's going to be the brownout, where the voltage moves back and out. This still clips that. It gives you constant 110. Why? Because battery in there. Now, I used to have these doubles. It didn't work for me either. The best one is the smaller ones, about 1500 VA. And you get many of them. Yeah, and they're 260, 270, 220. It's not even a trade. Okay, now make sure your router is also on this. If I go here, by the way, this is what I want to show you. See the back? This is the back. One part is all battery, the other part is just surge. So depending on priority, like you put one monitor here, and then if you had like three monitors, the other two here, you want one monitor up. Why? Because in the front, it it shows you how much minutes you have, and you can set it up on the minutes. So you know, there you go. Yeah, that's what 5 hours? No, 2.5 hours. You have 2.5 hours. Well, in reality, when you have the computer and monitor connected, you probably factory have 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, you gotta go. You gotta make a decision. In Florida, with the weather we have, yeah, I'm not gonna sit in a position. I will give it a few minutes. I will figure out what I gotta do. I'm out. Our protocol calls because we have to publish that for our prospectus. Our protocol calls that we will exit within 5-10 minutes. If we take a hit, we take a hit because you don't know what's next. Nobody knows about future. So make sure you have that. Make sure your router, your internet router, is connected to it. If it's not in the same room, then you have a different one. You get a small one. You can go get this tiny ones. Hold on. Yeah, one of these. There we go. Get one of these. I have these, several of them around the house. These, a lot of ones. They're small. It's good for your router. Let's say for my small TV in the kitchen, which is not critical, mission critical. But you get a small ones. I have one for my. I have a BiPAP system because I messed up my lungs when I was a kid. Uh, uh, and even though I've been a swimmer most of my life, still. So this gives me a chance to keep my breathing apparatus in top shape and protect that chips. What else? Okay, that's it. Next, all right, let's go to the next item. Now let's talk about what do we trade. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do a couple of operations here. Operate new desktop. There we go, and we're going to bring it over here. It started. I have multiple monitors here, so hold on. Let me bring this over. All right, okay. I'm bringing this over, so I'm going to start fresh. And we're going to do a stock chart. So we go File, New Application, Chart Analysis. Now, whatever you traded last is going to show up, or either this is ES on this chart. Okay. Let's say, first of all, we blow it up. Okay. That's done by this feature, Settings, Preferences. That was a right hand. Go to General on this one. Enable right hand and double click. So the right button of your mouse with a double click, it could do the following. Remember, we're trading fast given the market situation. I trade between 9:32, 9:33 today, and by 9:55 I was out. And I made a few shekels. Let me put it this way. I call it soup money. And for my own expenses, probably I don't have to work for a couple of months. But remember, I'm an investor, so I got to pay him, and he gets 30%. Hey, Nancy, how are you? By the way, I'm getting to your part. So, and you plus you're going to have losses. You don't know about your losses. So you do your best every day. Anyhow, Nancy, I'm getting to your point shortly here. Nancy's our taskmaster. Yeah, I mean, in reality, she's an Airbus, right? So that's the problem. She's a taskmaster. In the Navy, in the carrier, Airbus is the controls the takeoff and landings. So, effect, she runs the show, not the commander of the ship. Okay, we're going to do a chart. Simple. We can do a stock chart. Let's do NVIDIA. High beta. And, okay. Now, what do we want to do? What do we want to put there? First of all, I recommend trading only investment grade stuff. That is, not a pink sheet, not some bow wow name that updates every 5 hours or a mark to market every 2 days, 20 minutes. You want liquidity to really get in, to be get out. And because of that, there's value. Listen, if nobody wants it, it's not going to be trading these market in multiples. So stay with investment grade. We need to add, and again, this is on the items we had there. Uh, and you need to do multiple time frames. So let's build one chart, then we're going to make it multiple time frames. Okay. One of the things I like to do is make sure I have a volume there. Uh, so we go add study. Believe it or not, volume is considered a study. You have these kind of studies. Show me. I'm not a paintball. I don't do that. Maybe some. Never done activity bar. This was something to try to do with volume profile and probably math. I have better software for that. Remember, no platform is going to be good in the best in everything. Can't be. But these two are pretty good. For example, interactive. As much as I don't like them, but they're a good execution platform. I don't like their charts. I don't like their fonts. They're just very limited. I'm very visual, so let's go to indicators, and we're going to put a sigma channel on it first. Boom. That gives us a vibration for that time frame. Now let's go to 15. A little bit in the middle of the road. That's our 15. Okay. What happened here? Oh, I see. So, I see. Okay, we need more data. Go to settings, see what we have here. Okay, we have 10 bar. No, we don't need 10 bar spacing. Let's go 3, make it default. So, boom, it pulls it in. Okay, no. No, we need more data. Hold on. Let's bring more data in. There's a default because they don't know what you're doing. We don't know what. up front, so they limit that. Let's say we want to go 22. That's 1 month. Boom. Okay, and then I can expand that. You can see what I'm doing there. Okay, now I want to get volume in there, so let me add volume now. Add study. Hold on, hold on. Volume, volume. Now you can do average volume. There are all kinds you can play with. There's a lot of tools there. Let's just do the bare minimum. Here, let's do average volume. Okay, boom. You see a volume that's up and down. You see that average. And remember, volume is a U at the open and at the close. It's a U. Okay. Without being in the news. When it's in the news, different problem. Let's say middle of the day news, it's different. But you can see the up and down pressures. You can do it or simple. You can make it a regular volume. And then I need to have a Momo there. Why? I want to understand the motivation. Remember, this is a big, widely held name. It's NVIDIA. I want to flow with the trend. So I will put a, but we have a combo indicator for it. It's really good. Let's go to CI. Oh, I'm sorry, HAPEDI. HA, go to Happy, CI diff CG. Okay. This is probably one of our Rolls Royce of the indicators. You see that? No, no, hold on. Okay, the volume, I'm saying, volume should be scaled down. Go to volume, go to scale, I'm saying, not the scale. Subgraph numbers, these are subgraphs. You could say 8. Look what happened. Move, it swaps it. It puts in 8, then you can move the mouse down. Hold on, come on. Okay. Move the volume down. You want this as open as possible. As we have a webinar on our website that says by Ken Simmons. He says, I don't need to look at the price. Give me the one of the values, but update this for me. I'll tell you what the value is now. Yeah, the guy is amazing. Ken Simmons is one of the best traders I've seen in a long time. Now he's got a very bad situation. Both his parents are terminal, and so he's his oldest. He'll be back. He's with them. We talk a little bit here and there. I just don't want to. I don't want to put him under pressure. Even about parents. A lot of times I talk to him at the uh, uh, rehab center, but he's the one who told me. He says, Barry, this is incredible. Now, what we added to it was a gradient. You see a color gradient, so you could see how this thing moves as each bar is built. As each bar is built and moves forward. Um, So I want to do 15. I put a chart up. I want to see a vibration because of rules. We built these rules. This is a superset of Bollinger Band. And of course, John and I have had discussions about it. I built the rules for it. He just said he was too busy. Well, Johnny is running some money. So, yeah, when you run money, yeah, you're busy. Uh, you go where the next N plus $1 is, right? Yeah. So, writing a book is your last, what do you call it? Thing that you would think about. Of course, he's done a lot of books, but I'm not going to do another book. As much as Wiley wants me to, I'm not interested. I don't have time. There's not enough money in it. For my rate of income has gone higher. You know, my opportunity cost, if you will. We all have opportunity costs. When it gets to a certain point, you got to concentrate where it brings your money. Right now, writing a book is not. Back in 2005, when I wrote mine and published 2006, it wasn't for the income. It was just being published and published author. Once you become a published author, people treat you differently. Of course, I didn't know it was going to be a bestseller, but you know, it wasn't for me. It was, I think, the other people in the book. I put 14 people in, 20-page limit, and 8 charts, facts. But each of them were the very best in the area across investment horizon and also asset horizon. So different 4 assets we have, actually 5. We have volatility as a different class, and then also timeline. So hi Steve, how are you? Welcome, sir. So we did that. Now, so I'm not doing another book. Let's see. We're going to then we're going to talk about this the multi-time frame. So we're going to take this chart and replicate it. You go to copy window. Okay. You come back here and you say one. Hold on. Let me hold on 1 second. Oh, there we go. There's 2 of them. 3, okay, and then 4. We get 4 in. Then we're gonna go there and do all. Now we get 4 ones. Okay. Now this is should be your what you want to look at live. So we're gonna go here and go to data, symbol, okay, properties, and not regular session. No, I want 24/7. I have it programmed for mine. You can do that for yourself too. If you don't know how to do that, we can one of us, Nancy, me, Peter, or Cash can help you out. You go to that. Look what happens to a chart. Take a look. Boom. See what happens? Then you're getting before post and pre of the day. You can see from volume. Okay. Now, probably in this case, the average volume is not going to be good. Why? Because at nighttime is going to kill it. So for this one, I suggest we go there, disable the volume, add a regular uh, volume to it. Am I clear? Are you guys okay with the headset? You're having any issues? Please let me know, and speak now or forever stay quiet. Yeah. Okay. Again, same issue there. We're gonna turn it around. Go to I'm saying turn it around. The beauty of traces is that anything you can touch, you can edit right on the fly. Go to subgraph 7. And you know what you could do is default it. So next time you apply it, it knows that's the choice you made. And okay, so volume is on the bottom. You can see clearly this is overnight time. There's no volume. But you can see what's going on. Why this is important? This is good for earnings. Now, this, we go to right click and we want to go to monthly. We're talking about multi-time frame. We're going here, make that weekly. Hold on, come on. Weekly. We're going to make this daily. So you see what I did? I basically, very quickly, I set up a page. As a multi-time frame. A lot of people will trade that. You're going to trade here, but you got to keep the overall picture of where we have been. I mean, the monthly says we still have more to go. Now, we could be extended. That's the 39 CI. Now, we got videos for these. We'll show you what could be done. By the way, those who are attending today, if you have a TradeStation, send us your user ID and we'll comp you as promised. 60 days of our top package, which is the expert, with these, especially these levels. We have a basic package, which very few will use it. Majority of our people is in expert, and then we got a couple of degenerate gamblers. They must have the expert. No, I'm not degenerate, but they're heavy duty users. They use a lot. I mean, they come here. They came here on July 4th, Independence Day. They're coming in. They want to get in. I told them get out. For Christ's sake, go and thank the veterans. Thank the military industrial complex that took care of you. You don't need to trade today. And volume is very low, very dangerous. But but these are the guys who use the expert. Okay, so you don't need to get an expert. We're gonna give it to you for 2 months. But when that's up, obviously you need to decide if you want to continue and which level. But that's just for attending here. The value is that's a 300 a month. So value is about $600 that you're welcome to have. Now, one of the things I was trying to show is that this CI diff. CI is this. This is the CI diff. And then the CG means there's a color gradient. Now, we can get it just by CI itself or CI diff. These are our early indicators. They went back in January 2002, right after 9/11. And then I was developing it. I was in the development the whole year that year. It took me like 18 months, something like that. Not every day. Can't do this every day. But I was having problems. I read the book by Tushar Chande that was talking about technology of MOMO, your momentum indicators, and I saw a gap. I said, I got to do this. But I didn't know that to take me like 2 years almost with a back test and forward. And then the first month I was out, February 1st, February 2002, Ted Keffer, he works for Putnam, is in money. He did pretty decent size money manager for Putnam. Came in and said, I want it. To this day, he's using it. We haven't changed his price. We have not. We've actually added more features. We haven't. He's got the basic. We haven't changed his price. He's had it. So he's a good guy. I've learned a lot from him as a feedback. Uh, yeah, one of our policies is that we never change your price unless we dramatically change the off rate. We add another big level to it. And then we still give you a discount. We still give it because loyalty is important. And that's always. I mean, it's a case by case. Yeah. Usually, Matt or Nancy will take a look at it. Matt does my accounting stuff. I say, Ferry, this guy, he's been with us this long. I said, okay, fine. Create a link for him. One time only. We don't advertise it openly, and we give you a couple hours to jump in. We make sure you're ready. We upload. You jump in, and we close it down. Why? Crawlers. Google crawlers will go get him and then log him as a live link. We don't want to do that. That's a special case for somebody we think is appropriate. For example, Ted is one of them. He's added so much value to us by what? By his brain, not money, by his brain. Yeah. So I've learned a lot from him. You guys, listen. You got to surround yourself with people better than yourself, like Esposito, like Nancy. These guys are sharpshooters, like Peter Cook or Thomas and Cash. Cash does. He's from Harvard MBA. He's he does all of our tech support, post sales support. We get these charts running live without wasting time. Usually our time, if the times match, you're up and running in half an hour. So, all right, let me move forward. We talked about indicators. You want zero lag. Zero lag means you get the momentum, but you also get direction. Moving averages are pretty good direction, but they have a half cycle on the face. If you do the math, half cycle on the face. So if you're using monthly, you're going to be using it 20 months on that. Let's say centralized standard Bollinger Band, 20 period of a month. You're 10 months behind. 10 months. Can't do that. This is how you do that. This brings it to zero. How do you tell? Look at how the CI diff, difference between these two lines go to zero line. Very important. Very important. Okay. Because if you have a laggard, you're looking in the past. That's so good. You got to place order for the future, so you need to be ahead of it. And remember, in momentum, you're ahead by. Think of this as distance. Let's talk about physics, kinematics. Okay, physics. I'm a math and physics major. Here's your price. That's your distance travel, because that's the distance your money is going to travel. Why? Only price pays. It's only price pays. So this is the distance your money is going to travel if you're in it. The CI is its speed. That's the speed you're in. Going positive speed, negative speed. CI diff is acceleration. It's a rate of change of CI. Now, we don't use rate of change because that has approximation. We actually use the differential, the actual differential. Why? Because this has limit theory in it. Because this is already using limit theory in CI, the delta is very pure, very clean. I, I know my stuff. Believe me, I was a student of Hunter, J. Stuart Hunter, in terms of engineering statistics. His book to this day is the Bible of all engineering statistics. You can look it up. It's Wiley, also published by Wiley, and they got is it Gutzman, Wilkes, and Hunter. It's on my desk. That book is 50 years old. Yeah, yeah. I went to school in the 70s. He wrote that before that, so I still have stuff there. Bunch of tabs. And then if you take that and take, let's say, Coxlock Supershine or John, what's his name? I forget. John Hod. I forgot. John, what's his name? I forgot. The guy who did, he did the option pricing book. I've got all three editions of it. But you have these things near you. You can finish a code. You can look up what's going on, understand the things you should not do, and look for your target, what you're trying to do, and build it up. Okay. Oh, by the way, when you send us your user ID, never send us anybody your password. Nobody needs your password. Not even TradeStation guys. They'll authenticate you differently. Okay, and they have two levels of authentication, so they can come to your machine if need be. Very good tech support. As a HA, we're going to give you a link there for so you can get our discount. We don't get anything for it because we're not registered, so we can't. We're not a broker. But my guy is Peter Albino. He runs the Chicago office pretty much. I mean, he's a senior guy there. I think he's got probably a manager above it, but day to day, he runs the operation. Uh, you can use that link. We'll send it to you. This link connects to us, and you get a pretty good deal. But right now, I told them I want everybody get my pricing. They said, okay, we'll give this in. So you open with that. It connects you and I. and then you put this number, this in. It is a code on the bottom if you click on it. So you go and do that. As a matter of fact, I can show it to you. Hold on, let's see. I just got the email from earlier this evening. I'll show it to you how that works. Albino. Oh no, albino. No. Hold on. Where's albino? There you go. You click on this. Okay. All right, and then it opens up. You say sign up, new user. You see that code? Change. You get to this point, then change it to the code he said. That's simple. Okay. Let me close this. Yeah. This is the code, future AFZ. So you can have that. Let me close these. All right. So that you do there. It takes about a day to get approved. Okay. On a simple individual account or joint account. If you're using entity like LLC, I do that, or I have LLPs, limited liability partnerships, where my fund is the LLP. That's a different problem, and you also have to record in the right state. I suggest Delaware. If you're in California, forget it. They'll never approve LLP. If you get LLCs, no problem. A little bit of time. Maybe add a day or two and about a week of approval cycle from compliance. But LLP, 4 months. Are you sitting down? Yeah. So don't go there, and you don't need to. LLPs are when you're doing accounts for a social investor. Yeah, not even a rich guy, not even a Reg D, but I would say do LLC so you can get trader advantage tax wise. Okay, you can declare yourself a trader and better tax treatment. That would be okay to have LLC. Okay, so there we go. Okay, now we're going to ask. There's a talk about matrix. We'll get to that. First of all, let's talk about order entry. That's crucial. Hold on. View order bar. Now, the two ways you can place orders in TradeStation. I hardly have done this, so I'm not very efficient at it. But that's the first level. It's like have training wheels on your bicycle. Okay, I was very little. My dad brought me a bicycle from Italy, and yeah, they had to put it was bigger than me, but he forced me to learn to use it because my dad was a fighter pilot. You couldn't say no to him. He wouldn't register that. He wouldn't process that. No didn't exist in his vocabulary. So I had the training wheels so I don't bust my brain. That's what this is for. Your other option is to go here and say, and that's Nancy asked, what is matrix? Well, this is the matrix. Now she knows. But here's the matrix. The matrix is when you're flying your F-22. Now, what does it take? This is like a Cessna. This is F-22. It's a process. Actually, to get this going, there's some options here you have to change on order entry. Preferences, order entry, and you go to futures and validations. You got to remove all of those. That means if you touch it, it's yours. Are you with me? You touch it, it's yours. Don't want to say buy, boom, 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 it's in. Okay, so and you can see your market profile. You can see all your goodies you want. If you put in, for example, we put in uh, ESU 24. Let's put that in. Of course, you can also link them. You can link these. So if you go look at this, it gives you local links. So I'm going to put a blue here. Then I'm going to go here and say about a symbol. Okay, come on. There we go. Oh, blue link there. You see I changed? So on and so forth. Now you can also do a blue link here. Move that down. So as you change your symbol, it goes to that and you see your profile. Now these are your buys, these are your sells. This is your market orders. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Say, oh come on. This is the part I don't like. Okay, there we go. This is your market. You can choose your size. When I go to missile mode, I'll switch to 25 contracts. Why? Because of course, I have some other screens that tell me what this liquidity looks like, all the way down here too. The data is there, but they don't disseminate it because it'll cache their servers. But I know how to get in there because I've hired a couple of other programmers. I know how to pull that data in. I look at that. That tells me what the liquidity is ahead of me. So if I want to blow through that, I use the size. Okay, and with a minimum of 5 mil, this is nothing. And I do it sequentially. every other ticks, every two ticks, using what's called gamma ladder. So it's like a submachine gun coming converted to full machine gun. Okay, and it just knocks the other side because I'm in a small burst. I'm here to win. I don't take prisoners. So if I see opportunity based on my charts, something is coming up. Let's say we're looking at a 5 minutes. Just change that for a second. So a 5 minute chart is just easy. Okay, and I see something coming up. And now this is ES. I do NQs too. I burst through that. Okay, here. Why? Because I want to like if I'm long, what's ahead of me? The shorts. I want to scare the heck out of them. Go through their numbers. They have some money management stuff. They take some off, not all. It really makes them nervous. They jump in to cover because what's coming in. It looks like for a moment, I'm not talking about all day. Maybe for 2 to 3 minutes, you become a freight train. You're gonna go through them like a hot knife through butter. That's the machine you use. But when you get it started, you should be using up here. So I don't recommend you jumping into uh, 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 matrix until you pass some probation time in your mind, in your own mind. I'd say probably 90 days. And here you do it very simple. I want to buy, quantity is one. If you and Actually, if you open, let's open. Are we market is open? No, market is not open. Sorry, it's 5:02. You can't do. Yeah. Sorry, it's not open. If you do, it's a market order for later. But you could see the bid ask and so forth. Order type, what the limit you are, and so forth. It's 5 o'clock. Yeah, if I had gone to us a little bit earlier, markets would have been here. Now we'd be at 6 when they reopen. But you could see the inputs. You can change them. Here's your account number. You want a day trade or GTC, good to cancel. You want a FOK, fill or kill. Uh, these are the ones you want to talk about. Now, TradeStation has exceptional number of videos. Someone had complained that, and here's ours, that we just show their videos as a suggestion. Okay, that here, this one. These are videos for us because we're a third party. We have to explain ours. They don't explain ours to you. We do. But here is their basic. And the reason we did this webinar because someone said this is too much here. Do I do? Well, it's not. But you gotta take some time. This is a 747 cockpit. It's the Rolls Royce of the industry. Think of yourself that you're going to go to a medical school and become a brain surgeon. You're not going to be foot or you know some skin or something. You're going to be a brain surgeon. It's going to take you a little bit of time. You got to put it through. But I thought at least we get the basics up. Uh, but I would say at the early part, stick with this. There are webinars on that site, which is the Learn subdirectory of TradeStation.com. You have advanced stuff. There are all kinds of stuff you can do. You can also do uh, OCO, one kill the other. There's another one that does too. I forgot. I do it here. Let me go through. Let me show you on my part the one I like. Matrix. Okay. All right. Come on. Okay. Uh, Again, remember some of these buttons will not line up because the market is closed. But you could do order type. You see that? Yeah, this is a part that never got fixed yet. Okay, this says your order type. And you have to do OCO, one cancel the other. There's a lot of tools you have. For those, there's a webinar by a guy named Mike Burke that is outstanding. Yeah. Mike Burke is now a consultant for me. Yeah. I've known him 25 years. He did the option station and radar screen. Yeah, the radar screen is amazing. That's for, it's a code screen. Okay, let me go to our right pages. Hold on. Okay. For example, this is a good example of our radar screen. It's not code screen because you can add other indicators to it and they're very, very efficient. For example, what this does for me, this is standard, this is not mine. It's their 52 weeks channel, high and low, and gives you the percentage where you are. For example, what's going on with Pepsi? It's in the toilet. It's at 23% of the range. It's at one quartile on the bottom. Uh, you get somebody like a Nvidia. It's nuts where it is. It's 85. Look at Apple, 96. I mean, do you want to trade Apple? Not right now. You have very little upside. unless some miracle happens during a melt up, and a lot on the downside. You gotta look at those odds. You can sort it on that too. I can go here and say sort. See that? All of these names come, and these are all investment grade. These are top 40 names of Nasdaq 100. You need about 7 or 8 of these to control index anyway, in terms of concentration. If I go on market cap, see that? These names control the NDX. So I want to know what these guys are doing. Of course, I'll filter it through some other, little bit fancier, which I'm not going to get into here, indicators that we use for the hedge fund. So that the important thing is what they're moving during the day. What is the CI on individual these big names are doing will dictate to me what the indexes are doing. Of course, the high correlation between the Qs and the SPY. Keep track of that. Okay, I'm going through here. Trade park example. Okay, CI. Okay, save your work. It's important that you save your work. Absolutely. Every so often, I do it 2 or 3 times a day. Save all. It goes in and saves everything. Boom. You also want to have a plan for the backup. Now, mine is set up. When you get TradeStation downloaded, it's blank. You got to choose. You want to uncheck data. There's no point of you saving data cache. Dump that. Aside from that, you want to save everything. I think you don't have to do that as bad. I keep 14 archives. You should keep 5 to 7. You should have a time after the market is closed, the futures market. 4:15 on this machine is early because of what we do. We do that, so this machine is ready for that. But now we're at 4, so that's tough too. Excuse me. And you keep it. It sequences it. It creates a list, keeps track of it by the day, and this is the end results. I go to my documents, archives. You can see that. Yeah. Now, as the versions change, okay, these are all two. Okay, C32s. Okay, this is a new version. This is the actual version number. 2:38. So every day is backing up. It hasn't done today yet because we were in a webinar here. I stopped it. I'll do it after the webinar. But like here, I don't need these. I'll go here and say, you know what? I'll take this part out. I don't need it. This copies everything. You can put this on a thumb drive and be comfortable. I mean, when I have a big storm coming, I make a copy of this one and a couple other machines that are crucial. They're small files, not that big. Put it on thumb drive. I have all my TradeStation in my pocket and leave. They can blow up this place. I don't care because my IP for 25 years is inside of that. And when you hit backup, it does this. You have to see continue. If you don't do anything, when the countdown goes to 0, it continues. Right now, we're going to talk, so we don't do that. Now, when it goes to a backup, you cannot do anything. It locks everything. Why? Because it's taking the status of everything and gives it to you in a file where you can reconstruct it. You can restore everything. By the reverse of that job, you go to File. Oh, wait a second. This other machine wants to do that. Let me force that to go. Okay. There we go. And you hear that it does that. You surf backup, you go to restore. Now, there's 2 of them. Legacy is the older version. You don't need to worry about it. Go here and you point it. I'll point it to a file structure. I want to restore this one. The moment we hit this yes and open, it's going to turn off your TradeStation and go restore it to that level. Okay, so be careful which one you want to restore it to. Usually, if it's a small error, you can look at your last copy last night, the night before. You should trade once a day after the close. Keep 5 to 7 copies. This way, you have at least 5 copies there. Why? What if the backup itself is wrong? Remember, on B2, I was in system engineering. Well, I'm saying too much. Part of the stuff we did was single point of failures. Okay, and that's the mission critical asset, capital asset of the U.S. We only made 21 of them, 2 have done. We have 19 now. Until B-21 comes in, that's our flagship product for the U.S. Air Force. And the global strike. That means Russians won't know it's over Moscow until it opens the Bombay doors. So it's very important for that mission to complete. So, and you deal with single point of failures, multiple backups, just changes your thinking. For a lot of stuff here, things are simple. But when you get serious and you are successful, you need to think forward that environment. And this way, I have a backup as a thumb drive. I usually keep a copy in the safe. copy at a friend's house, copy with me, and then 2 or 3 copies are loose for everyday work. Okay, so and the house has multiple, 2 different layers of alarm system for 2 different companies in case one fails. Yeah, you cannot plan what you have is perfect, so you need to have backups and so forth. All right, let me go through the work here. Talked about that. Okay, now some basic stuff. How do you get installation? Okay, when you sign up with us or we comp you, we send you a file. That file is called Happy. Let me just go here. It's our ELD directories. It's called Happy. It just got updated. We had someone come in. We had to, as a new person, we had to update the software key for it, which we send out to you every 90 days. But this is the main one. This has it's a larger pack. Oh, that's not showing that. Interesting. It's a large pack. All the indicators are in there. No, no TSW files. TSW is the actual. This is a TSW file. Okay, that's a TSW file. But the indicators are part of what's called ELD, Easy Language document. So you download the document and go through here, file, import. Okay, the first one. Okay, and you point it. You got to point to a file. Let's say browser. You point to this, or you point to ELD. You pick one. If you say open, it's going to apply it. You go and apply it, let it work, run through, finish. Then you're going to do what's called verify all. Verify all is the ability to adapt. This is crucial, guys. To adapt the code that was written on a given CPU. Okay, as you know, we showed that to you here. For example, on this machine, and believe me, all even Intel CPUs have different variety in them. They're not exactly the same. So I go to, I'm sorry, system, go down here, hit about, and this is the situation. I have an i7 10700 series. You could go to 14,000 series and be slightly different. So this is recompiled on a target machine, which is your machine, okay? Or it could be i9, for example, or it could be i5. You're downshifting. You have an i5 laptop. Nothing wrong with that. I think I have an i5 Surface, which is like Surface 2 or Surface 3. It's a, it's a, what do you call it? It's a relic now, but I use it in airplane. It's very good for videos on airplane, not computations, but you can watch a movie on your own. Um, but if I want to put traces in there, that process is important. Verify all. And hold on 1 second. I don't know what we have here. Let me hide this screen for a second because I want to open one of my other part of the package. Well, I don't know if I have a code open or not. Yes, we have a code open. That's it. Okay. Let's close the code. Let's go back to the share on the screen. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. I had a stupid page open one time. Someone was attending here, stops the video, takes a snapshot, puts it on Twitter. The funny part of that is it had no value. This is several years ago. Had no value because it was a function from TradeStation. That was already open. Okay, we were showing something. I don't know which function it was open. I think it was fast moving average, something like that. And that's we was and we went there. So uh, as I'm sorry, no, the day before I showed it to a client of how it needs to be done, what does it mean. It was left as a default, that's left as open. I just exited out. Once you exit out, it remembers your last document. Okay, you have documents here that been opened before. Right? So as I opened, it showed up. It was already in a video. The next day, I see it on Twitter, which is funny. But it was the functions. There are some here. If I go open, let me show you something. You gotta know your types, but you don't need to program anything. This is early. Let's say I go to functions, which is subroutines, okay? And if I go to let's do it like this. These are mine right here. These are functions. These are what comes from TradeStation. We don't touch them. We don't touch. I mean, and you can't open them. You cannot open them anyway. So you can, I'm saying, no, I'm sorry, no, you can open them. You cannot save them. You cannot save them because they're read only. He had posted on the read onlys. So funny, no worries. So anyhow, but here's what I was trying to tell you. There's a function called verify all. It's under build. So if I go there and do this right now, you hit that, boom, it'll go and start verifying everything. Now, I don't need to do it here because this machine has been running this code for several years, or at least I think 2 years. So this machine, everything is already on this CPU anyway. I hardly now if you import, if you let's say you write something and you want me to look at it, you send it to me, I import it, it'll verify yours, just that one file. But verify all does everything. And it takes a little bit of time. You let it run in the background. When you come back, it tells you if there are any errors. Hold on. 1 second. So, hold on. What are we doing here? Why do we have three of them? Oh, that's the next page. I'm sorry. I have another monitor there. Okay. There we go. No. Come on. Just 1 second, guys. I've been up since 6:30. Yeah. There we go. Let's go here. Huh? Why is it not going there? Because verify on. Oh no, that's that. That's oh, there we go. Let's go here. There we go. This is what we're talking about. Right. Sorry. So the background is running. Here's the ELD. It's called Easy Language Development. It's one pass. But go through the whole thing and you're good. Now your code that you got from me through, let's say Nancy or from the website or Dash, it's verified to your hardware. But remember, there's limits. Windows 11 Pro, memory, and also non-AMD. Do not use AMD charts. I mean CPUs. Okay. Once you get the installation done, we had it this afternoon. On the new machine, you have to get it verified. Why do I do that? Security. Financial markets are totally paranoid and obsessed with AML, anti-money laundering, anti-money laundering, and from hackers. So they need to register your IP at your location for that login, uh, so that then you can actually get data. So when you get your login, even you put some money there, yes, your login is good, your account is good, but you got to register your CPU. It takes the CPU data. You call in while you're connected. They see you, they verify who you are. They see your user ID on their end, and boom, they approve you. That don't forget. Now we have let me show you a couple more things. Remember, we have SIM and we have two types of accounts: actual live accounts, and we have SIM. Okay, simulator. Depending how you log in, is you go there. So let's say I log out here. I don't want to do that, but okay, I'll turn it off. I went offline, trying to come back in. Okay, I go to offline, and I'm going to put my uh, log in here. Okay, now you have the choice. This is live trading, which I'm not going to go there, and there's simulation because of their client accounts, what have you. It's a pool, but it's still. Uh, so sim trading is near live. You can't move the market because you're not really placing order in the marketplace. And there's a slightly delayed. Why? Because it's got to trade at that price before it can simulate giving it to you. Does that make sense? So you're not moving the market, but you kind of swimming with the sharks, and then when you get P&L. Why is that important? This is a premier backtesting environment. You can't backtest on a live account. You can backtest on simulation. Yeah. So you could see what would have happened there. You don't want it to execute there. It does the and does a backtest. Also, you want to trade live for a while. Not I'm saying you want forward trade it. That means the account is on simulation, trading is live, but you're walking forward to see how well your simulation is. So that's what that is. Uh, what's the difference between desktop and workspace? This is a desktop. If you go back here, each desktop, I can say open. Okay. a bunch of desktops for different purposes. Yeah, and then also I have workspaces. There we go. This I've got tons of workspaces. Oh no, what are you doing there? Hold up. Oh, that could be on a drive. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, here's your desktop. As you could see, there are a bunch of these. Now we have also, excuse me, workspaces. What happened to my workspace here? Huh? No, not. Oh, there's no desktop. I'm sorry. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, because I'm opening desktop. Ah, schmuck. Okay, so you go to File, say Workspace Open, and here's your workspaces. A desktop is a combination or a compilation of multiple TSW files. Here I did an example. So in this desktop, which I haven't saved yet, it gives you untitled name as a default. We have one workspace. Now, if you go to a more mature desktop, like here, look how many we have. And this is called what? PMT. You see the name of the desktop and the name of the file. Okay. So this is as I go to another web link there. This is SPX versus this should be hold on, not NQ. That should be SPY. This is what we use. We give you to in a PMT. So you see what the cash is doing on the hourly and the ETF doing on the hourly. Uh, this is a series of desktops, and when you put them together, you can assign it to a given. I'm sorry, these are a series of workspaces. When you put them together, it'll be a one desktop. This way, you can open that desktop by purpose. You say, "Oh, I'm doing this." For example, again, I'm going here and said, "Open desktop." I'm doing back testing. It's gonna be different. Okay. Here's my PMT, which is what you're looking at. Here's Tico Capital Management. Here's Zoom. If Zoom is using, that's got a different need. They're separately set. The Raiders from a different computer. Yeah, Raiders. B21s. But you could see that's how you organize it. Let me see. How do you copy it? Sometimes we give you a file, a TSW file. What you need to do with the indicator, put the indicator in first. You click on it, it blows it up. I show it to you. You go to you put the, let's say the attachment comes. The two files. One is ELD, which is a pack of the data. I mean of the I'm sorry of the indicators. The other side is TSW. You put the ELD in first and apply it. So it goes to link libraries. Okay. It attaches to link libraries we're in. It's part of your easy language. It's come from somebody, from me, from somebody else, a friend, maybe your investment club manager, whatever you guys huddle to use these tools. Then you move the copy of the TSW file to your workspace. I'm I'm reading stuff from what Nancy thought. Hey, this comes up in the questions. You want to do that? So you come and put it in this space. You add it to here. Then you go through there and you open it. Why? If you open it otherwise, you can save it anywhere. You want to be saved under what the rest of the workspaces are. Learn it the hard way. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Now you need to be efficient. You want to have multiple desktops on like one in each monitor or maybe two on each monitor, no more. Okay, but within each you would have TSW files, TradeStation workspace. Why? Keep you organized. If you want to be efficient and take market opportunity, you just have to be organized. Okay, let's see. We talked about chart, putting indicators on. Oh, trading stops. Yeah, yeah. Let's go to trading stops. Yeah, yeah. And I do it again through Matrix. Hold on. Come on, guys. Come on, come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. You can put your orders there. Right now, I'm not going to take any orders. Well, you can, I think, probably. Yeah. No, cannot. Oh, I see. Because it's not open. Oh, and yeah, yeah. It won't take the orders. When it comes to 5 o'clock, it shuts off. You can see. At 6, these are lit up. You see the green button to close, reverse, buy, sell, and here's your stops. Sell stop and buy stop. This to protect your short. This is to protect your long. That's a trailing stop. What does trailing stop mean? And I suggest use one ATR, one average true range, average true range. By that, you would see what kind of volatility you're in. I would use it short term because you're trading on futures. You trade. I look at 20 minutes, like 7 bars or 3 minutes each. If it's 5 minute bars, 4 bars or 5 minutes each. And then there's a value it gives you. You put that value up here. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. What is going on here? Oh, I'm sorry. You put it here. Yeah, not the points, but you want yeah, you want points. You don't want percentages. A friend I know put it on his percentages, and I'm sorry, put it on points, like 5 points, but the setting did not change. It was on percentage, so it was asking 5%. You know, 5% ES can do to you. Yeah. So, and then he hit. I wasn't sure which way it was. I think he was short, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. But he chose one of them. When that happens, you get a marker down here. So if it's short and you did you want to go no more than, let's say, up here, you you go there and right here you click on it. Of course, if you go here as a buy stop, this is a sell limit, okay? Because this is the last. We're above it, so that's how that works. Guys, I'm getting very tired. Oh, I've been up since 6. Any questions you guys may have? I mean, I've gone through this in detail, but this is enough for you guys to make sure you have a hardware and software that's correct. Get started. If you're at Thomas's rule, he's giving you he's doing the thinking, he's giving you the orders. You get his results. Uh, but what you need to do is be able to uh, emulate that, to be able to replicate that, and that's anybody came to me about TradeStation. I mean, futures account. I said, you don't want to go to TDMA trades. You definitely don't want to go to E Trade. Those are for kids. Just like the ads they have. And interactive, you need too much money to be able to go there, and you get no tech support. To me, ideally, the Rolls Royce is still TradeStation. So I'm not married to them. I can always move somewhere else. But so far, they haven't given me that chance. Every time I thought about it, to go to Roman, they pulled me back in. So I'm back in. So anyhow, I'm open for questions. Sorry, it went way too long, but we are promised we have a Q&A question. So please, anybody can shoot me a question I can answer, including Nancy or Admiral Esposito. I have no bias. Just be patient to get into the what you call it, matrix. It's a little bit too fast. And by the way, you can and everything you can program. This thing is amazing. If I go to columns, detail, okay, I can go to volume. Where's my volume bars? Oh, volume bars is there. Oh yeah, here's your volume bars. Yeah, so you could actually see the volume profile. You can see where the high nodes and uh, uh, high nodes and also high value nodes and what was it? And low value nodes, yeah, LVNs and HVN. So you can see that and be ready. Yeah. Um, I use this. I definitely use it, but I use it more on NQ. So NQ U24. Okay, boom. And it's not as bad. The other one gets really big, but that's the liquidity issue. Of course, I always look at liquidity. I always look at bid ask. But in a vertical aggregate mode, way beyond where the market is, because I wonder what other orders are sitting there, what that bias is. And here's a little jewel, a little nugget. The market will go to very counterintuitively will go to where most activity is occurring. So if it's heading up and you see orders there that Buying into it, guess what? It goes there. It goes into that and then drops. That's why the moves are so dramatic. So you gotta watch the. If you're doing order flow, you gotta be there early. I mean, a couple of hours early to make it work. Any questions for me, guys? I think Nancy, I've gone through all your points. Again, thank you for coming. This was being recorded. It still is. Once the recording is finished, we'll post it on YouTube, and it takes a few minutes. They got to make it. They made it a lot easier now, and then we'll link it on Twitter. Uh, in terms of ES trading stuff, we do have a Twitter feed for that. We don't give trades there, but you can go there and join. Members do, because this is the fastest way we can get to you if there's a problem. It's the fastest way for us to get to you in case there's an issue on our servers, on our email, which are sitting on the Microsoft Cloud. In case we cannot send the email out, this is the way to go. So this is HATPDS, Hams Analytics Prop Day Trading Systems, which is our flagship product. Well, of course, we have market timing, and we have, as you know, timer of a decade, and then we have indicators. So it's about 7 products, but really 3 groupings. And if you're interested, please read the detail. Send us a question or two, and on the ES chat room, we have a deep discount. So, but I think first one is 1%. So anyhow, you can go there and learn at somebody else's dime. It's just all I'm asking you, and he's been very, very hot. All I'm asking you is contain yourself. Okay? I mean, just don't go there and be a cowboy. Uh, it takes a while. It takes a while. Look at the record. It takes a while. So this is one contract in 34 days, and the return has been over 10 grand. So your net return is over 700%. Your daily, again, your daily average is 2287. Go out there and find. You can see if you can find somebody with that kind of return. Let me know. Write me a check. I mean, write me an email. I'll write that guy a check. But let's see if we get it. This is the average yield per day. So, anyhow, good luck. We'll talk to you soon. I'm getting blasted here. So, let me close these and wish you all the very best. Thank you for attending. And we do these different webinars. The best place to see it is landing page. I mean, our members page before the paywall. This is the paywall, but we're always posting stuff there, and you can come in. This you need to register once. These are already done, but this is the monitor for the results here. Okay, it's Google Docs, and you can come in. It's open. You don't need to log in or nothing. As you can see, there are anonymous people looking. Look at it. That's fine. Okay, I'm out of here. Thank you so much. Thanks, Nancy.